What's going on, recliners? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be checking out another episode of The Pacific up to episode 4. Last one was a nice change of pace. It was a nice little resting moment for the men, and some of them found some love along the way, and a couple of them had their hearts broken along the way. But as I had mentioned in the last one, because that one was more of a happier toned episode, not really expecting good things out of this one. Also, due to the fact that we're at war and they're going back out there, still, I feel like shows have a tendency to lighten the mood a bit before just dropping the hammer. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong, but we're here to find out. So we're going to go ahead and check this one out. Before we do, as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. So yeah, let's check out episode 4 of The Pacific. Training.
Shot outside the correction.
Yeah.
Thought you said drop 2-5, sir. Oh, you. Well, Tojo and face over there continue to hose our line.
Oh, that's the kid with the heart murmur.
You hear me, Sledge? Yes, Sergeant.
I'm glad he was able to enlist and all, but oh man, what a sight. Hopefully nothing bad happens to him.
While he lays his glory by, hark herald angels sing.
Definitely not the best way to be spending Christmas, but at least they're on the ship and not in some swampy forest jungle or in the middle of a battle.
We had a hearty Christmas dinner tonight, and even sang some carols.
My friend, Robert Leckie. Back to writing the original girl. Where are we at now? New Britain?
Hey guys, this Jeff likes Raleigh's.
Make me an officer when they put you in intelligence.
How's Frenchie? Hey, Lebec? I still can't figure out how the hell a Canadian gets all the way from the ETO to here. Guessing it involved a boat.
Why do I feel like someone's stepping on a mine or something? Focusing on the feet there. That's crazy, the environments they were in. It's so thick you could barely see 10 feet in front of you.
Bring up the rear.
I was on point.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, might have just saved your life. Taking them off point. Damn. Good job, man.
Tug across to the bivouac. Hey, good work nailing those Japs.
Smoking lamps out! As if we could smoke underwater. Smoking lamps out!
Just gonna be tracers coming out of the jungle. On top of it being pitch black, now you got the torrential downpour.
Go to the intelligence tent. If we get overrun, burn it. Moving on left.
At the time of this recording, I had asked, on the last episode, I had asked, like, how was this a punishment for him? But I'm recording this before that one aired, so I haven't seen any comments on it yet. But I'm going to assume he's got to stay there now, and he can't be out fighting with his brothers. There's going to be, like, endless waves of them coming at him again. I don't know.
Too. I tell you, boys, next war there's gonna be 2 men missing.
100 against 1,200. You're either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid.
They did have some serious dedication. Oh, easy. And it's like normally you'd expect them to help out the wounded. It's not like they're actively fighting against you, but past experience proves that if they're breathing, they're that dedicated, they'll take themselves out along with you. And that's kind of messed up, though.
I'd give you just about anything for this.
I don't even want you touching it.
Gibson's okay. He's just tired.
Nah, he's not doing too hot.
Anybody need anything from the bar?
Dry martini?
Well, it's not a real bar.
Now our enemy is the jungle itself.
Just adding to the miserable conditions.
You just borrowing that, sir? I need it to store battalion papers. An enlisted man can't have something like that. It's against regulations.
Dude.
Get out of my tent, Leckie.
Not in your tent, sir.
These men have so little and you take away the... Yo. That's some horse shit, man.
A live grenade just happens to roll into his tent.
You either kill Larkin or shut the up.
Is that you, Lieutenant Larkin? Out of that rack now.
Did he take it back?
There's something missing from my tent. Enjoy your time in the galley, Private.
Change the pace might do me some good, sir.
Some bull that he's got to get the punishment, but, you know, in this case, it's worth it.
It appears you've pissed yourself.
Sounds like enuresis. Stay dry.
Dude, what? Pavavu. Pavuvu? Just island hopping? Feels like there was no point to the last island.
Read to me, Daddy.
My buddy Runner has a bone-cracking bout of malaria.
Pavuvu means death of hope.
I don't know what it means.
That just sounds good for the letter.
Was surprised, a bullet in the head.
Take it home.
Private Jackson!
Hey, Leckie. Food.
I see your enuresis is acting up. All you need is a week or two.
This looks more psychological than physical.
No razor blades. What do you want me to do with this? Why am I in with guys who need to have their razor blades taken away?
Yeah. I mean, he probably could use a little help right now, but odd he was sent here.
I'll talk to a specialist about your urine problem. Don't miss dinner. Pumpkin pie tonight. You get it back when you leave.
At least that's a commanding officer that's not just gonna be like, oh, well, no, it's mine now. Gotta say, this show has done a great job showing completely different sides of war, not typically portrayed in film.
Mother of Christ.
You actually do suffer from enuresis.
You thought I was lying? You.
I mean, you can't blame the ones that try.
Okay, Doc. What's next?
All I do here is assess.
In Guadalcanal, the Japs have sent a bomber in every night. It's mostly just to keep us awake.
Put a record, Doc. I was a freshman in high school. My mom stopped breastfeeding me.
You're a dead man, you weak shit!
Hey, got a smoke?
That's the guy who strangled the other one earlier, right? Got some facial hair now, so. But the eyes.
Your buddy wanted to get off Pavuvo and go home. He tried himself. This is as bad as my war gets.
Still a tough job, man.
I don't know what the war's like.
Sure you do. Nothing against all of you, but I want to get back to my guys before they get sent on without me. That Jap pistol I brought. You can have it.
Just get them out of there.
I'm rested. I'm fit. I want to return to my unit and my friends. Hey, Gib.
Want to get back to the guys before they ship off without me?
Dropping 500-pounders while we're out in the open. All we could do is jump into a slit trench and cover up. His lips on my back as he prayed to God to keep him alive. There's nothing to do in here but smoke.
This poor guy, man. This actor is nailing it. Alright, guys. So, just got finished up with episode 4, and that was a tough one. Not gonna lie. It started off how I was expecting them going back out into the field and, they're island hopping essentially, just clearing out whatever forces they encounter. But then it starts to take a deep dive into the misery of what they were going through. The first one they had gotten to, I believe, was New Britain, and they didn't seem to encounter heavy forces at first. There was that night raid of, a wave of men just running to their deaths, knowing they were severely outnumbered. They weren't going to win, but maybe they take out a couple Americans. And there was who I believe was Gibbs, but again, he looked a lot different in the hospital there than on the island. I believe he was the one that just choked out the injured soldier there. And if that was him, yeah, I mean, he took a dark turn. We had Leckie, he found the Japanese chest, and it had the pistol in it, and everyone was envious of him with the pistol, including his lieutenant, who just decided, hey, you know what, now it's mine, and I'm gonna take it. And yeah, that was definitely messed up. These guys have so little to hold on to, and you take away the one thing that brought him a smidge of happiness. I'm glad he took it back. Granted, it did get him punished again, uh, but worth the punishment. However, he did see that, I believe he was French soldier, take himself out, which not something you want to see. And on top of everything, it's just miserable conditions, raining nonstop. And eventually he developed a condition where he was just wetting himself at night, which, nothing to be ashamed of. And it definitely appeared to be psychological, not a physical condition that, like, some sickness that came onto him. But after they spent some time on New Britain, they moved on to the second island. I forget the name, but yeah, that's when things really went south for Leckie. And even at one point, he was just begging for a bullet, which tough to watch. So eventually, they sent him off to the hospital to get some help. And yeah, he's definitely not faking it. I could see how some men would have been faking conditions to just get some sort of a break. But in his case, it was warranted. And I don't know if maybe eventually he, saw the other men and how bad off they were and figured, things could be worse for him. Let me get back to my men. Or if something else happened and he was just like, I just need to go get back to my men. So he bribed the doctor with his Japanese pistol to get out of there. And not before saying his goodbyes to Gibbs, who, yeah, I mean, I feel for that man. Most of these men were never the same after the war, but certain men were affected more than others. And I had mentioned it earlier, I can't recall anything I've seen in film over the years where they explored the psychological effects of warfare as much as this episode did. Now, sure, things like this have been touched up on, that I've seen at least, but never this in depth, and they did an amazing job portraying it. The guy who played Gibbs just nailed that role especially at the end there. And it was crappy to see, but nice to see at the same time. And if there's anything else out there like this, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested in checking it out. But yeah, things I've seen at least over the years have never been this in depth. Now, even though this was a tougher one to watch, it is still something that needs to be seen. The darker side of history that, we tend to forget, unfortunately. However, it is nice that they brought awareness to the psychological effects that warfare had on these men. But for today's video, guys, that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys soon.